Hello Livewires, Heather Boyd Wire here. Welcome to day 5 of the 10-day wire bracelets to make, gift, and sell challenge. Be sure to share photos of your bracelets from the challenge in my 10-day wire challenges Facebook group and be eligible to win all kinds of great prizes from Beadalon and from my Etsy shop. I will put all the details about the challenge in the description below the video. So without further ado, let's get wired. Today we're making twisted wire chain link bracelets. I'm using 18 and 16 gauge artistic wire. My tools are the Beadalon Slimline Series chain nose and round nose pliers, their Glimmer Series nipper tool, their nylon jaw pliers, and their bail making pliers. For the first link, I'm using 2.5 inches of 18 gauge German style wire and making a loop in the center with my bail making pliers, keeping the wires out at an equal angle. I'm going to hold them with my chain nose pliers and twist 1, 2, 3, and then I'm going to take the shorter end and bend it around one more time so we can finish it. Get your flush cutters and clip it flush. It's going to be a little bit scratchy, so we'll take our chain nose pliers and push it right in so it's flush in there. That'll finish it off nicely. Now we're going to make a loop with the other wire, so holding with the bail making pliers, bringing the end around to make a closed loop. And we want to make sure that loop is centered. So wiggle it around until it's centered. Might take a little bit of wiggling. Get your flush cutters and clip the end flush. It will sit right in there. We're going to pinch it closed. Get the nylon jaw pliers and just even it out. Now I'm going to get 2 inches of the 18 gauge German style wire to make the hook. We're going to bend the end with the precision pliers and pinch it in with the chain nose pliers just to make a tiny little loop in the end. Get your bail making pliers, bring the wire around. I have lots of tutorials for clasps. This is a very simple one. Works well with the 18 gauge wire. Bring the other end around into a loop below the hook. Position it how you like. Give it a little wiggle. And we will clip that end flush with the nipper tool. Give it a little pinch. And we can hammer it on a steel block with the chasing hammer to stiffen it up a little bit. Now to attach these, all you're going to have to do is open up the end that's open and then hook it into the closed end. And you can continue in this fashion. You can make bracelets, you can make earrings, you can make necklaces. So we have one end that's open, the other end's closed, and they hook really nicely together. It's a nice simple project. You can use 20 gauge if you find the 18 gauge too stiff. And at the end, we're going to add our hook. We'll open up that last loop, put on the hook, and the hook will just loop into the closed end of one of the chain links. In fact, if you want, you can make the last chain link have a larger loop so it hooks in more easy. Give it a little pinch. There's the bracelet. Super cute, kind of delicate. It's really pretty. There's the finished bracelet. If you want to make it even more fancy, you can take 20 gauge wire, which is a little thinner, and we can do a double loop. At the end, we're going to crisscross them. I made a little mistake with my direction. I usually like to have the wire pointing up over top, so I had to twist it the opposite way of what I usually do. I guess if you're left-handed that would work well. But same idea, we twisted 3 times. But this time we're going to do 2 loops to make it look more even and even more secure, especially with the 20 gauge wire. Stack those loops one on top of the other, clip them flush, flip it around, clip it flush. We're going to open one up and put it into that double loop, close it up. Now the next part, I'm going to admit it's really tricky because you have to open up the second loop quite wide so you could wiggle it around and hook it into the other link. It is tricky, but you'll get the hang of it. Close it up. This part takes a little adjusting because we want to get the loops stacked together again. Use your chain nose pliers to access it. Give them a little pinch. Straighten them up. And that's the finished link. You can make a bracelet with that. For the next one, I'm using 16 gauge artistic wire. The 16 gauge is very thick and it is trickier to work with. But if you want a chunkier bracelet, you can use the 16 gauge. We're doing this in the same method as the first one. Bend that shorter end around and clip it flush with the nipper tool. We're going to want that end to sit right in flush so it won't be scratchy. Get your chain nose pliers and pinch it right in there. For this one, it's going to be easier to measure the end to about 1/2 inch and bend it in with the pliers rather than using your hands because this wire is quite stiff. So take the end with the bill making pliers, hold it firmly, and rotate it in. Bring it right in there so it sits flush. Give it a little wiggle. And there you go. Give it a little pinch with the chain nose pliers. Straighten it out with the nylon jaw pliers. And there's your link. And the finished bracelet with the 16 gauge wire. There's the 2 to compare them. And both bracelets. Thanks so much for watching the video. Be sure to give it a big thumbs up and subscribe to my channel for lots more wire art and jewelry making tutorials. Join the private Facebook group for my 10-day challenges. You can share your photos of your bracelets for the duration of the challenge. Be sure to check out the description below the video for all the details about the challenge. Have fun with your bracelets, and we'll see you the next time.